What are some guidelines for when I should ice my horse, and should the hind leg be iced at the same time as the fronts? I feel like I see far less hind leg icing.
You know, this question seems easy and straightforward, but I probably spend the most time prepping for it, because whether you ice your horse like after a workout is very locational, like geographic. It's very disciplined, like some disciplines do and some don't. It depends on your trainer and your veterinarian. So there isn't a right or wrong answer. It's more of a preference answer. Typically, veterinarians ice legs because there's an acute injury, so in the first 24 to 48 hours, to help prevent laminitis, you might ice a foot, following certain surgeries to reduce inflammation. And reducing inflammation is why you would ice any horse, like after a workout, because you're trying to, what it does, if you take down the temperature of an area, is it reduces the blood flow to that area. And by reducing the blood flow, you're limiting inflammation, you're limiting tissue damage, you're actually reining in the inflammatory cytokines. So it's all good stuff, but a lot of, it's not as common or as accepted as, like, not everyone does it. And I will admit, I don't do it. I'm not an icer or a wrapper unless there is a specific injury. So her question about the hind legs, I think it's because horses bear more weight, you know, on their front legs, and they land heavier on the front legs. The front legs, I think, take more of a beating, so that's probably why more front legs.
Particularly based on her name, it sounds like eventing is her game. So.
Yeah, and I know a lot of eventers, like after the cross-country phase of an event, there'll be almost every horse will be standing in a tub or using a game ready or some sort of system where their legs are cooled. So I will say it takes about at least 10 minutes to bring the area to a good temperature, to a nice cool temperature. So 15-20 is the total time for icing. You shouldn't put ice right against the skin because you can burn the horse. So there's a couple, you know, tips and tricks and things, and I think find a system that works for you. Ice and water and hosing and muck buckets can be messy, and so that's why people have gone to systems, but they can be expensive. But then there's other ones that all you need is a freezer to freeze a little device. So it's all what works for you, and if you want to do it.
All right. If you are looking for an icing system, we do have a lot of them at SmartPak, and they all have free shipping on orders over 75. I couldn't help myself.
I know, it's tough.
So it's exciting.